Elder Yuan, which side do you stand? Zhuo Fen spoke before he could. If Sir sides with Ziwu and them, then our friendship is over. Cocky bastard. Everyone stood stunned. He truly is worthy to be our next sect leader. Facing the sect's best expert, he uses such blunt words. Though they all knew that Zhuo Fan talked big like this was because he had a backup, his monstrous son. Not even High Venerable can take a hit from that brat. They held High Venerable in respect, but they weren't blinded by it, clear of his strength and theirs. It was something Venerable Shisai had no clue about, still sneering at them. Zhuo Fan, you dare think with higher numbers you can take the seat of sect leader? What do you take High Venerable for? He would not let your impudent act go unpunished. Shut your mouth. I speak for myself, not you. Elder Yuan glared at him. Venerable Shi, you've caused a lot of disturbances over the years. Wait there in silence. Startled, Venerable Shi's fiery passion was snuffed out by Elder Yuan being a wet blanket. He lowered his head and withdrew, his heart filled with anger. Damn old coot, I'm not the rebel here. What are you doing coming at me for? Ignoring his displeasure, Elder Yuan turned to Zhuo Fan with a smile. Steward Zhuo, we're both friends here. For God's sake, I was the one who told you to get that wife of yours. What, now you're going to burn bridges? Zhuo Fan faltered at the sudden casual attitude the great High Venerable still took. Being ridiculed like that, Zhuo Fan blushed in embarrassment. Despite that, he felt happy inside. At the very least, even as the High Venerable, this old man was the same as ever. The Elder Yuan he expounded on Tao with for all these years. Now, let's talk. It's not something that can't be resolved with words. There's no need to always go around fighting and killing. Demon scheming sect didn't hold your woman either. Come with me. Smiling, Elder Yuan walked towards the main hall. Then stopped as he pointed at Chiking Cheng and Ziwu. You two as well, come along. Since it involves 3 people, only you 3 can solve this. High Venerable then entered the main hall. Ziwu glared at Zhuo Fan with hatred. It never occurred to him that in Zhuo Fan's short 5-year stay at Demon Scheming Sect, his foundation of centuries would be shaken up and he would be on the brink of being overthrown. Looking at the labor office's elders wishing he was dragged down from his perch, Ziwu's anger boiled with no outlet. No one was on his side. Venerable she saw his state and was set on forsaking him. His only hope lay on High Venerable's support. So, after giving everyone present one last glare, Ziwu stomped his way into the main hall. Giving the main hall a long look, Venerable Qi spoke. Steward Zhuo, High Venerable can't be after the leader in this, right? If anything happens to Sir, we'll be left helpless and weak. What if we send 20 experts along? At least this way we can cope with anything. Zhuo Fan remained silent and in thought. Venerable she saw this and mocked. Zhuo Fan, you went and started an uprising, but you're too scared to talk with High Venerable? How is a cowardly rat worthy of being sect leader? Ha ha ha. Venerable she, spare me your goading. High Venerable is strong, but I'm no pushover. I'm not his match. But not even he can keep me from leaving. Grinning, Zhuo Fan chuckled and held King Kang's hand. Are you scared, now that you're in danger because of me? What's so dangerous about seeing an old friend? Chu Qingcheng raised an eyebrow. Zhuo Fan laughed. Haha, you're my lady indeed, braver than most men. Then let us go see High Venerable. No matter what side he's on, I'll always protect you. Chu Qingcheng nodded and gave back a radiant smile. The two went into the main hall hand in hand. Steward Zhuo, are you really going without help? Venerable Qi was still unsettled. Zhuo Fen merely flicked his hand. Leave it. It won't make much of a difference, not with High Venerable strength. They'll only get killed. It will actually have the opposite effect, inviting ridicule at the two of us bravery. Ha ha ha. Zhuo Fan laughed and then vanished inside the main hall. The crowd praised him for his decisiveness. Steward Zhuo and Lady Chu are a perfect couple, both of them are so brave. High Venerable and Steward Zhuo had been close so far, but who could tell what High Venerable would do now that Demon Scheming Sect's highest seat was on the line? He might follow the rules and stick with Ziwu. Venerable Qi and Bai shared a look of worry. Venerable, she snickered and grinned. With a resounding noise, the main hall's doors shut tight, holding Zhuo Yifan, Ziwu and Chu Qingcheng inside. Elder Yuan's powerful voice echoed out before they did anything. Impermanence 5. Any that dare start anything, they are to be put down. Yes, sir. An aged voice came from the air, then the green barrier glowed brighter. Shaken up, everyone sighed and stood still. They knew inside the vicissitude domain they were nothing more than lambs to the slaughter. Venerable Qi, Bai and Shi, anyone in fact, had no choice but to sit tight and not stir anything up. But both sides had the same thought. High Venerable is as amazing as they say, no less than Ziwu and Zhuo Yifan. With just the 5 elders, he had the hundreds of experts tied up and at his whim. Meanwhile, the couple had just entered the main hall and jumped from the banging of the door. They didn't look back though. They saw 3 seats in the main hall. Ziwu already took the highest one, with an ashen face and spiteful eyes. When he saw Zhuo Yifan, his thirst for blood only grew. At the side, they saw a shut door as the two walked to the seats. Before they got to take them, Elder Yuan's voice came from beyond the door. Zhuo Yifan, you to come in first. The two nodded and entered the room, leaving Ziwu alone to stew in his anger on his throne. His nails dug so deep in his palm that they left marks. Elder Yuan, why have you called us here? Is this miss your trial of love? Aren't you going to introduce her? Glossing over the question, Elder Yuan looked at Chu Qingcheng. Chu Qingcheng spoke with respect as she greeted. I am Chu Qingcheng, High Venerable. Ha ha ha, so you're Chu Qingcheng. Elder Yuan's eyes flashed, sizing her up then nodding. He turned to Zhuo Yifan. With both smarts and looks, Chu sure is attractive. Kid, if I was just 5 centuries young, I'd have underestimated you. Zhuo Yifan shook his head. Elder Yuan, there are hundreds of experts standing outside, with tens of thousands more waiting restlessly. Can't you be more serious? Elder Yuan mocked. Ha ha ha. You knew war could spark at any second, yet you still brought back an army to revolt? Zhuo Yifan shrugged. What was I supposed to do? I have to save my hide. You know how petty Ziwu is, and even if he wasn't, any leader would not overlook such crass transgression. The only choice was for a preemptive strike. No matter what became of the demon scheming sect, as long as the 2 of us were safe was enough. Humph. A mistake remains a mistake unless you remedy it. Elder Yuan forced a smile. So you really don't care at all about the demon scheming sect? Is it fine to destroy it? You know what will happen if civil war breaks out. The heavy losses afterward won't be something sacred stones can patch up. Our very foundation will be ruined. Zhuo Yifan was blunt. Don't care.